Hey everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I'm going to bring something new I haven't seen, probably because I'm the only weird one who goes through a cake decorating cabinet of mine and wants to try to find other things to do. So I was going through the cabinet and I have so much stuff for cake decorating, and I have so many molds I didn't even realize I had that I can use for resin, and most of them are going to be for little extras. Like this one, for example, is a little spoon mold, but look, it's shiny. So I thought those would make little cute magnets for your refrigerator. You know, you're not going to eat off of them, obviously. And then I found this one, which I didn't even know I had, perfectly shiny. I used this one to make seashells for a wedding cake one time. I found a little waffle one. So I pulled out all the ones that were shiny. I pulled out a whole bunch of stacks and stacks and stacks of stencils that I used for my sugar cookies. And I pulled out cake pops, which I have multiple sizes. I have that one. I have this one. This one's much larger. I'm going to save this one because I don't know if it's going to work because there's a little hole in here, but I think it'll be okay. So let's try to make some resin cake pops today. What do you think? I think they would be adorable if I can get it to work and not leak. So you need the popsicle sticks. Generally, you press cake in there, like cake pop material, cake mixed with buttercream. And then you smash it all in, but you coat this with chocolate first. Coat it with chocolate, put your cake pop in there, get your stick in there, and then you coat the backs with chocolate. And then when you pull them out of the mold, you would decorate them with whatever you wanted to. But since I'm not using them for cake pops at the moment, or ever again for this one for sure, let's try resin cake pops. So I came up with 4 different ways to try it. So I'm going to use mica powder in one. So I'm going to do like a mixture of vanilla and chocolate ice cream. I'm going to do a Galaxy chameleon powder. And then I'm going to try this purple holographic glitter that I just got from Let's Resin. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then this one, sherbet and lime. Doesn't that sound like a popsicle? So I'm going to mix these two together, suspend it in some resin with some glue to make sure it doesn't sink, but I don't think it should because, well, I'm going to use a lot of it because I don't want to see the stick. So I do want to suspend it with a little bit of Elmer's glue, which I have sitting here waiting. So I was like, I did fill them with water and the water didn't leak. I didn't even have this in there though. So they hold 1 ounce of liquid, 1 fluid ounce. And then, I mean, generally on a cake pop, you want this up in there pretty good, but there's no need to do that in resin. You only need a tiny portion in here like this to embed into the resin. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to work? And if it does work, please send me your ideas, comment your ideas on what I can use these for, because I think they're going to be adorable if the resin doesn't leak out. I don't see why it will, but let's give it a go. I'm going to, well, first we're going to paint some of this on. So let me get this back out, set that aside. This is a switching sponge, which gets powder off of your brush between colors. Now this is my 30 gram. This is my huge one of Galaxy color. So I thought let's do one and see what it looks like with a chameleon powder in there. So we're just gonna brush it on, and then I will brush on the holographic one. I'm gonna back these two in black so they're as vibrant as they could possibly be. And the others, obviously, I will be using regular epoxy, but I don't know if I'm going to use my 4-hour or if I'm going to use my casting resin yet. So I'm still thinking about that one. I have to think which one would be best for what it's going to be used for the glitter The mica powder 4 hour is good. The glitter, I would rather use, I don't know, maybe I'll just use my 4 hour and see what happens because there's more bubbles that way. Okay, so that one, just make sure you have all the areas as if, I'm telling you this as if it's going to work. So yeah, well, as if it's going to work, make sure you get all the areas. Oh, look, I ripped my glove. Okay. So this is purple holographic glitter. I used the blue the other day on that gorgeous, gorgeous little jar I made. If you did not catch that, you've got to see that jar. It's so elegant. And I used the blue holographic glitter on the lid. It is so beautiful. I want to make so many more of those. So I'm just going to paint this one on. I did not even have this in my lineup. Like if you've seen my room, which a lot of you have seen it now, I have a countertop next to me over here with a lineup of upcoming projects. And I have a lot of them over there. And I just like skipped right over all of them when I saw this in my cabinet today. Like, nope, we're going straight for cake pops. And if the rest floats on the back, I mean, generally what I do is I take a blush brush, a nice poofy brush over on the garbage can, and I will wipe these out. I'll show you the brush that I use. Hang on. Don't ever want to spill that. So, you know, a blush brush. Just take it over to the garbage. I'm going to wipe all these out and I'll be right back. I have mixed up 2 ounces of my Let's Resin black epoxy resin. This is pre-black, so it's 2-part by volume. So I have mixed that up in here, and I'm just going to, oh, before I do that, we need to put our sticks in. There's a little slit right there. It just lays right on top of the handle holder, the stick holder right here, so it doesn't go down inside. So, I mean, this one can go in deeper, I guess, because it's black resin. You're not going to see it. I was just going to try to avoid it on like the more transparent ones with the glitter in them. So let's see if this is going to leak. If it is, I may have to tilt it the opposite way. If I was smart, I would just do one. But I'm going to push my luck. Right, that's the perfect amount. They hold one fluid ounce. And I'm just going to scrape the rest, which is nothing hardly. It is perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my alcohol, spritz the bubbles out, let that work. Now I'm going to mix up 1 fluid ounce of my 4-hour fast cure, and then I'm going to split it in 2. So we're going to do this one in 1 and that one in 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, look what's happening. So it is leaking, but I've been standing here for like 5 minutes just watching it. It's not getting worse. I have the heat mat on like high to try to get these to solidify quickly, but they don't look like they're getting worse. I'm just gonna watch these a little bit before I mix up my fast cure because I don't want to be a complete and utter failure, but I'm thinking before you pour resin in, maybe take a hot glue gun once your stick is in and go around this little tiny slit. Because when I put the water in, this little cut was self-sealing, I guess, and it held the water. But now that I put the stick in, it breaks that seal and it's allowing just a tiny bit of resin to come out. But if you use fast cure or you have a heat mat or something, we might we might get away with it. So I've got the mat on, it's getting warm. I'm gonna give it a few minutes before I mix up any resin because I don't want it to just drain all over my countertop. Change of plans. I know you guys can't tell, but I waited till these were cured because they were leaking more, as you can see. They leaked down underneath, a little bit onto the mat, but I barely lost any in the actual mold because the heat mat heated it quick enough with it covered. So these are cured and ready to come out, but we're not going to demold them until they're all ready. So on this one, I'm trying something else. So with the stick out of the mold, I took my heat gun, not my heat gun, my glue gun, and I put a strip of glue across that slit, and then I shoved my stick under so the stick and the glue would adhere at that seal. So I'm hoping that that seal is sealed. Now I still have the heat mat on, and I'm going to leave it running because I want it to cure as fast as possible anyway. So I've got my resin all split up into cups. I'm leaving it off the mat because I don't want it to cure while I'm trying to mix up my colors. And I'm not sure really about the micas now that I'm thinking about it. They're just going to kind of do their own thing. But then I'm like, well, let's just try it. It's an experiment. We'll see what happens. So, because I was going to kind of try to marble them. But being that side is the top, you don't know what you're getting. The back side is actually going to be prettier when you do mica powders. And that's not what I was going for, but I'm just going to continue on with my plan and do it the best that I can. So that is plenty of the brown for the chocolate. And this, I will link everything below like I do. It's just, this is a really large one. It's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. Now this is my Magug gold, but it doesn't look gold. I hope it's not gold. Let me get my other white. I want to get my white. I'm almost out of it anyway, so I might as well just keep using it till it's gone. This is my May Spring White Pearl. I don't want any gold in this. I'm just gonna dump it over here. I want vanilla in chocolate. I don't want gold in chocolate. That looks pretty good. You can't see through it to the stick. So now on the glitters, actually, let me just pour these in while I'm waiting. I think I'm going to just kind of give it a swirl. Because whatever you see, I don't know what to do. Should I do a dirty pour? Let me think about this for a second. Yep, I'm going to do a dirty pour. So that just means I'm going to layer my resin on top of each other in one cup. And it's probably all going to turn brown. That's my guess. So we may end up with a fudgesicle. Which is still fine, I guess. Just not what I wanted. I do want to try to scrape it out because 1 ounce is what it holds. So yeah, we may end up with a fudge pop instead of a cake pop. And then this one on top, and then we'll pour it in. But like I said, I bet you any money they're going to combine together. Then you just pour it in here, because you're going to see whatever hits the silicone first. Why is this one not full? I know I did 1 ounce. Probably because I have so many cups that aren't scraped out to get these. Oh boy. Well, it's not going to be full. That's okay. It is what it is. We're just experimenting anyways. So that means this one probably won't be full either because, well, I tried to scrape it the best that I could into my cups. But we're going to go with it anyway. All right. So in here, I am going to put my glitter. This is the orange. I want it pretty packed. Maybe I won't need the glue. We'll see. See what happens. It's pretty packed. Maybe I'll just stick a little dot in just to see what happens. Like literally one drip. It's going to change everything. That was one drop. And it's going to get very gloopy. See how gloopy that is? It's like one piece of gel. And that will suspend the glitter. Now for the lime. Use the other side. Trying to keep this off the heat mat. I know it looks like a ton of glitter from the camera, but it's really not. And then we'll do one drip in here. Like one drip, no more. Because this is only, I don't even know if it made it to the resin. This is only a ½ ounce of resin in the cup. So on this particular one, I think I will do like half and half. So we'll pour this one at the bottom. I gotta get my orange in there. No, 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 no. Oh, look, because it's gloopy, it's able to move in one piece. That's so funny. Okay. So there's the orange. Orange sherbet and lime sherbet. And again, it's not going to be filled up. I don't know where I went off on my ratios, but I must have. And look, you guys, it's not draining. That's the key. If you're going to make them, what can I use? What am I looking for? Just kind of like swirl it, but that's going to be the back, so I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I don't need to screw around with it. Hot glue fixed it. So that is awesome. So we're going to have to come up with an idea. Well, we're, as if I can talk to you guys. I got to dress up these sticks when they come out. So maybe I'll scrape them the best that I can. Maybe paint them. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to cover this up so we can demold quicker. They're ready to demold. So the only thing I can think of about the hot glue part is there's going to be glue at the bottom of these two. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But, well, let's start with this one. Let's see how well it comes out. Comes out just like a cake pop does. So this stuff, yeah, I got to figure that out too. You ready? Ta-da! So normally on a cake pop, I drizzle like chocolate. So I'm going to try to figure something out. I either dip it or drizzle it, or I do something with melted chocolate on my cake pops. So I might do something like that on these too. All right. First, I want to figure that out. Number 2, holographic glitter in purple. This one is a little harder because of the overspill. Ooh, look at that. Very, very pretty. There, we could see the holographics that way. That is nice. Too bad. Too bad for the stick. Maybe you could put like I guess me, put like a ribbon around it or something. Because when I package mine, I package them in clear bags. And then I wrap them with a ribbon around here to give them to whomever ordered them. All right, so this one, oh, that came out nice. This one, I think, is going to look like a fudgesicle. Oh no, look. Well, it's okay. It's not horrible. Maybe we could do some chocolate drizzle on that. I gotta figure out how to do drizzle though. I will figure something out. All right, the glittery one. They all came out of the mold good. That piece. So this will clean up really nicely. And there we go. Not too bad. Glitter all the way through. I like them. All right, let me come up with a plan to make them look presentable. I do want to show you though, look at the hot glue is gone. It's embedded into the resin. So that worked out great. I mean, you could see a little bit on this one, but not too much. This can get trimmed off. That's what I was doing when I realized the hot glue was gone. So that is the perfect way to do it. There was no dripping, no leaking, and you don't see the glue in there. Okay, I'll get back to my trimming. BRB. All right, I'm gonna put some chocolate drizzle on here. So all I did was take some UV resin here, a little bit of ocean white pigment paste. I'm gonna do one at a time and see how it goes. So you want it kind of runny as if it was chocolate, and just run it over your popsicle. Well, these are actually not cake pops. They're called Cakesicles, not cake pops because of the shape. Okay, so let me try this. Hopefully it'll cure. This is exactly what I would be doing if this was a real Cakesicle. All right, let's see what we get. Before I do the other ones, I'm going to try this one. And then I trimmed up all the backs, and I trimmed a lot of the black off of this one, but I couldn't get it off of this one. So I think if this cures, I'm just gonna paint the stick a corresponding color to the popsicle, Cakesicle. What do you think? I don't know. Give me some ideas what I can do. Look, you guys, it worked. It cured with the white pigment in there. Isn't it the cutest? That is so cute. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the chocolate one with the white. And then I think I'll use regular chocolate color. I gotta figure out how to get a brown because I don't have a brown pigment paste. I'll figure something out. So I'm just gonna do that to this one. Looks like real chocolate drizzle. Let me grab my light. I'm just gonna pull it up off of the paper for a minute because the other one got adhered to the paper. So I'm just gonna hold it here for a second. Look, it's done. It is so cute. Got a little bit, oh, that didn't cure because it's on the back, but we will wash it off. That one's cured. Or maybe I'll just cure the back of it. So adorable, you guys. Isn't that so cute? Is it just a me? Or is it adorbs? Okay, so I'm gonna set these aside. What I did with my white pigment paste, how I turned it chocolatey color, I just added some brown alcohol ink to the white. And now I have chocolate. So I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe a different design. What could I do different? Sometimes I just go right across the top. Let's do that. I need the right angle. I'm just gonna go across the top. Like that. And this one, we'll do the same thing, but at an angle. Hopefully this one cures. I didn't even try the chocolate yet. Just want to get it to go down the side. All right, let's see if this stuff will cure. I want to get it up off the paper though. Please cure, please cure. Not to the paper though. So bad news, the brown is not curing. It's cured on the outside, but it's soft and gooey, so. Oh, look at that, it comes right off. I wonder if I can clean these back up and try a different color or no color at all. But I like the way the melted chocolate looks across there, so maybe I'll pick a different color. And then I think I'm going to package these up as if they were real cake pops and trick somebody. I'll trick my family. Like, look, I made you some Cakesicles today. Let's see what they say. Let me try to clean these off. See, it's coming off. Oh, that's good that it can come off without ruining it. I'll wash it down with some alcohol. Look at that. Like it was never there. So brown is too dark because it's really going through the brown and also the white pigment paste. So I guess I'm surprised that it even went through the white pigment paste. All right, back to where I started from. Let me clean off the other one and pick another color. They are done, you guys. And I took the leftover white pigment paste and I dropped a little bit of alcohol ink and I made a little tiny pendant. So no matter how much resin you have left, you can do something with it. So that will go to somebody with one of their orders. And look at these. I put a little ribbon because generally when I make Cakesicles, I wrap them in a clear bag, wrap them with the little ribbon, and give them that way. So I just wrapped each one with a different color ribbon. Oh, and I took acrylic paint and I painted the sticks. This probably needs another coat. That was gold paint. This one I did with purple paint just to cover up the little bit of black from the resin that went on there. So that's them. What do you think? Shall I create a new trend for resin? I don't know. Let me get you some great pictures. I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a blessed day. Bye.